Hey, what's up everybody? I'm John Grauman.
And I'm Adam Rosenfeld.
With the Grauman Rosenfeld team at the agency. And this is 1200 Bel Air Road.
Let's check it out.
All right, come on in, let's take a look.
One of the things you're obviously going to notice the second you walk into the house is this space, right?
Oh my God.
So what do we have in here? 23-foot ceilings?
23-foot ceilings.
So not something you certainly see every day.
No, the volume in this is insane. I mean, you get a sense of the grandeur, the scale of this property the moment you walk in because you're greeted with this big voluminous space and then these views looking out to the city that are just jaw-dropping.
Yeah, these views are giant. Certainly one of the things you're absolutely going to get noticed as soon as you walk through the door, it's going to smack you right in the face, and they're panoramic. The other thing you're going to notice when you walk in, assuming it is up, as you turn around, that amazing screen just behind you.
Yeah, so it's a 23-foot screen that comes literally out of the pool, state-of-the-art sound system, state-of-the-art quality. It's unbelievable. I mean, there's a theater downstairs you'll see in a second, but honestly, I'd watch all my movies right here.
John, tell us about this wall.
Okay, so this wall, again, stands 23 feet tall. This was hand carved out of 41 different slabs of marble, carved here on site. Each one of these hand carved and then specifically positioned in here to form this really cool pattern. And then on the other side of the room above the bar, that's actually a really special kind of wood called ebony Macassar. It's an African wood that they had special imported and then stained here on site. And then that's a beautiful bar right there that really kind of anchors this room. So, I mean, again, if you're buying the home like this, you're certainly looking to impress, and this room does exactly that.
All right, as we move towards the kitchen, we're now sitting in one of the living spaces. I really consider this room to be the great room. And through here, you're gonna see all these doors and windows that just kind of open up seamlessly into the wall. Fleetwood system in this house, completely motorized. Push of a button, everything just disappears. And as we look back, we see some of the beautiful furniture that adorns this house. Everything has been custom made in Milan, Italy by a company called La Contessina. So this kitchen is really interesting.
Yeah.
This is absolutely state-of-the-art, one of the top-line kitchens I've certainly ever seen. Company's called Arcolinea, also out of Italy. And one of the features I love about this kitchen in particular is this island right here.
Yeah, so you have the island, which again, you can kind of lean on if you have a cocktail and you're just sitting here talking as someone's preparing dinner, or if you want to actually sit down and have a meal right here, it's on hydraulics.
So cool.
You can actually just lower this and turn it into a table where you can just sit and have dinner, which is amazing. I've never actually seen one of these in a kitchen before.
Brilliant feature.
Yeah.
That emblem speaks to the name of the house, which is La Fin.
Yeah, so the literal definition of la fin means the end in French. And the idea behind that is that once you've reached this house, there's nowhere higher. You've reached the summit. There is nothing greater. There is no other mountain to climb. This is the end.
Moving into the primary suite, I would undoubtedly say this has to be one of the most impressive primaries in the entire city.
It's unbelievable. I mean, this feels like the presidential suite at probably the most glamorous hotel in the world.
Without question, yeah.
Yeah,
I think you took the words right out of my mouth with that. Not to mention the views and vistas just behind you. You're capturing the same view, but at an elevation that you would have downstairs, overlooking essentially the entirety of the Los Angeles basin. We are now in the dual closet and dual bathrooms off of the primary suite. A couple features we would certainly love to point out in here.
I mean, where do you start? First of all, this is the size of most people's houses. Let's start there. The sheer scale of this is amazing. Here you have a steam shower for, I don't
40?
know. Yeah, I was gonna say 20, 40. If you wanna get cozy, 40 of your closest friends.
Right.
This solid marble tub, this thing's about 3,500 pounds. They had to crane it in. You basically have to put this in and then build the whole house around it. I mean, in the event of an earthquake or, an apocalypse, you could get in this thing and probably be just fine.
Vanity on the back here is by Antonio Lupe. Obviously a beautiful solid black stone. You're gonna see a lot of different elements and mixes and matches of stones throughout this house. They all kind of blend seamlessly together, and this primary is the perfect example of that. Let's move into the closets.
You gotta see the closet. I mean, I've seen a lot of closets try to emulate a showroom on Rodeo Drive, but this is actually better than than a showroom on Rodeo Drive. This closet is breathtaking.
I don't know that it gets any better.
Yeah.
And the best part about it is that there's actually two of them. So this is just one side. Let's move over into the other side. And you'll see a little bit of a different style and aesthetic in that one. There are so many things to speak about on this level, it's almost hard to know where to begin.
Yeah, I mean, look, it's not uncommon today that in new construction, they put a lot of the bells and whistles down in the basement. That's where you have your home theater and your walk-in wine cellar. This is not that.
This is not even a basement.
This isn't a basement. I mean, technically, we're subterranean, but it's all daylit, which you'll see. But I mean, look, you have like 18-foot high ceilings in here. Let's just start with that. So again, the volume, everything, the grandeur, the scale of that this house is on is like nothing I've ever seen. And then let's just talk about, I don't know if this is what greets you when you come down the stairs or what guides you as you come down the stairs, but this is all Swarovski.
Swarovski.
Yeah, Swarovski crystals. There's in total about 55,000 of them just on this chandelier. It goes all 3 levels.
44 feet tall from ceiling to floor.
It's
ridiculous.
unreal.
I'm going to go out on a limb. I'm just going to say it. This is the most impressive room I've ever been in a single family residence.
Oh yeah. I mean, you don't believe that you're in a single family residence because it's a nightclub. Take a look at this. I mean, this is literally a nightclub. You could have weddings down here. You could have bar mitzvahs down here. You could throw raves down here. You can pretty much do anything you want.
Bar mitzvahs and raves down here.
Bar mitzvahs and raves.
At the same time.
There you go. I've seen a lot of chandeliers. I don't even know that it's fair to call this a chandelier. So this is Murano glass from Italy. This was custom done, and this is really an art installation. And if you take a step further back, what you'll see is that it's actually modeled after a dress that former First Lady Jackie Onassis once wore, which I've never said that before. I mean, like, that's just unbelievable that like that's what this is. And then you have, this is also a walk-in temperature controlled wine cellar. There are 1,050 bottles that you can store in here, or rather there is room for 1,050 bottles that can be stored in here. And we don't feel like wine, I'm looking for the harder stuff.
Yeah, this is the most elegant wine room that I've ever seen, but I'm more of a spirit drinker. I know John loves his wine, but
I'm partial to both, just so we're super clear. I'm not prejudiced.
Let's go grab a shot.
Yeah.
All right, welcome to the ice room. It is freezing in here, so I'm gonna put on one of these faux fur jackets. I can actually see my breath in here. Oh my goodness.
I'm just gonna use the vodka to warm me up.
All right, yeah, we'll do it later. Whew, we're drinking the finest today. Chopin, cheers.
That's seriously delicious.
It's so good once it hits your lips. It's so good. I'm so cold. Let's get out of here and carry on.
Yeah.
By far, my absolute favorite feature of this
not
house
even a question.
is this garage that happens to sit in
the nightclub.
basement, in the nightclub.
Yeah, you're in the nightclub. We're just right across from the bar and that beautiful wine room. This is on the opposite side of it. And this is a 6-car rotating elevator lift. You wouldn't know it because it literally feels like we're in the middle of a clock tower. Like we could literally be coming to you live from Big Ben.
I feel like I'm in the movie Transformers when I look at this.
Totally. It has that exact feel to it.
You don't just get one Peloton at 1200 Bel Air Road. No, no. You get a full Peloton class for you and your friends.
Pedal faster, I'm kicking your ass over there.
My legs aren't that strong.
In addition to having a Peloton studio, there's also a rock climbing wall behind us. And when you are sweaty and done with your workout, which I'm already out of breath.
Really? 20 seconds? That's
No, shut it.
Okay.
You can jump into the spa. There's a wet sauna, full locker changing room. It's pretty amazing.
Yeah. So, welcome to the Lafayette Theater, concession fully stocked with all the finest accoutrements, not to mention your popcorn machine and your wine vending machine. What do you even call this thing?
Yeah, It's, a wine dispenser. You have
Wine
four
dispenser.
different bottles in there that can, pour you a glass of wine.
And then we step into the state-of-the-art theater. This thing is actually a concrete box. It's fully soundproof, and all the sound that you're going to hear coming back at you isn't going to seep back into the main living space because
Yep.
we're essentially sitting in what is pure concrete with the insulation on the walls padded in, completely soundproof. Okay, for the final stop on our tour, we are on the rooftop.
Yeah.
Certainly not something you see all that often in Los Angeles anymore, as it's really difficult to get this permitted. But on this house in particular, as though we didn't have enough on the first 3 levels, we have what you see in front of you here.
Right, and this is not like some tiny rooftop patio. I mean, you can again see this. The scale of this space is huge. You could have a party for 50 people up here.
Easily. You
Yeah.
have your taps built in, you have your amazing hot tub on the back end here, and then obviously fully functional entertainment system, TV on the backdrop with the linear fireplace, and then
Right.
obviously the best views in all of Los Angeles.
Yeah, the reality is you can go enjoy most of that anywhere in the house. You come up here for this.
On behalf of myself, Adam Rosenfeld, and my partner John Grauman, and the agency, we just want to say thank you so much for taking the time to come on this tour with us of 1200 Bel Air Road.
Hope you guys enjoyed it. La fin, the end, that's it. See you later.